I'm a huge proponent of purpose and passion being like the ultimate healer and the ultimate way to tap into your authentic self, feel healthy, be happy is it really starts there. And that's what I've seen with a lot of different patients that they lost their purpose and passion. But then it brings up a question. You said you knew you had purpose and passion and you knew what you wanted to do from a young age, yet you got sick. Yet you struggled for
Hmm.
many years, and that brought you on this journey and brought you now to go
Hmm.
into bring this journey into the limelight. See what I did there? Limelight journey limelight.
See how I set you up to do that with the
You
title?
totally did. Thank you. That was an easy baton pass there.
It
I
was
thought
not.
I
It
would
was.
drop that for a second and be like light of the Lyme and journey. Oh man, screwed up the joke. No, but talk about that because you knew all these things. Like a lot of people, they feel lost in the world, then they get sick, not correlating the two almost, and it's kind of easy. I feel like to get sick when you don't have passion, purpose. You're unhappy already to begin with. You're depressed, and then things kind of go spiraling downward into chronic disease. But you were young, right, when this story started, when this journey started. So can you go into that and maybe a little bit of insight of what you think kind of brought this about?
100%. And it's only now, let's say, about 30 years after being starting to be symptomatic. Yeah, 30 years later. Um, when I first started to investigate the possibility of, I didn't know I was investigating Lyme because I thought, being from Long Island, I thought for sure I would have known if I had Lyme or not. Some doctor somewhere along the way had to have tested me, right? But so it was 30 years later where I was just so devastatingly ill that I had to find out. It wasn't cute anymore. It wasn't like I crossed over from hot mess into a mess. And
Yep.
it's like, so I really want to talk about what you said, knowing what I wanted to do and having this passion and this amazing, what I call a gift to connect to what is important and special and beautiful to me, like that. How did I still get sick if I had that? And if I was so in the flow and so in connection with the cosmic this and that, why did I get sick? And it's interesting because sometimes the same thing that gives you your gift and allows you to be a force can take you down. And it's not so much always about knowing what you are, or what you want, or what you give, but what your process is in receiving that and giving it back. So, because I think everything is, it recycles, right? I channel stuff when I write and when I play music and when I act and anytime I'm performing or creating art. When it's good, it's not me, it's coming in, right? And I know that, and I know when I download, and if I have to go to work or I have something to do, that's why I have like 60 day jobs. Because if I had to be somewhere for 8 to 10 hours a day for somebody else, and I got a download in the middle of the day, my life would suck. So I piece together all this stuff so that I have time and I can move my squares around, because I know that if I block that, I will not be healthy. I know for sure. I have blocked that before in my life to try to accomplish other things or be something else or please somebody in some way or be part of a picture that I thought I wanted. And if I ever have to block that, I'm doing the wrong thing. So to go back to how I could have gotten sick, there are a lot of lessons I had to learn about how I was going about being in that flow or with that force. And when I went to England, I didn't love living in England. Okay. It's dreary, it's rainy, people aren't the, sort of happy feely, but I learned a lot about why people are the way they are there and why that culture has such wonderful things about it in Europe in general. When I was up on stage one day, I was in shock. This was a compliment and feedback from a teacher there after I'd sung something. And she said, well, you've got such a lovely, quiet confidence. And I was like, oh my God, no one has ever called me quiet, confident maybe, but not the two together, right? And what I learned, which I'm still learning now, is I have been an overly confident person my whole life. And I have this will, which is why I'm alive. Okay. It is why I create and produce things at the speed that I do, at the excellent level that I am able to create stuff. And I say that because I'm proud of it and I love what I do and I do good work. But often it comes at the expense of my wellness. So it's my drive and my passion and my love, like my extreme just connectedness, that often will overrun my ability to actually be on the planet and be still and listen to my body. You can't live like chronically in that space. You'll burn out. And I burnt out. And I think it started happening at a very young age. And my soul's lesson, if we believe in that, and if that's the route we go to talk about these kind of things, if we do come here to learn things, right, as human beings, I was always 10 steps ahead of everybody else, full speed ahead, ordering people around. I was the boss. Those things serve me greatly in business and in production. But when it comes to human relationships, health, like chilling out, I had zero skills because I came in like guns, out. Get out of my way. I'm going to make stuff, it's like, so I have to keep tabs on myself now. And I schedule in purposeful downtime and days off because I know that's a disease as well. And I can say that because you don't know until you're down and out that it's taken you over. It's very difficult to preemptively say, oh, that thing is happening again. My whirlwind is happening. I better be careful or I'm going to end up sick. And now my symptoms of sickness, they're not symptoms anymore. They're warning signs that I am progressing in a way that created my illness in the first time. Did that encourage a tick to jump off of something in ComSet and burrow into my skin and give me a disease? No, but did my persona and my personality and my inability to calm down and my constant fight or flight offer the pathogen a place to survive, thrive, and take over? Yes, I fully believe that.